Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
Okay, so I own a home. I purchased it 5.5 years ago. I purchased it because I was pregnant with my son. And at the time, my son's father and I, we were just dating. We never married. I somehow got him on the deed of the home unknowingly at the time that's what was happening. I asked the lender if he could be on the house in some way. She added him to the deed. I did not realize that until 2 years in when I refinanced my house. And we were at the time ending our relationship. He moved out and he has held the deed over my head since then and will not take his name off. So it's been a few years since we've separated, and we went through custody court, and he told me that if I gave him full custody of our son, he would take his name off the house and I would owe him no money. And then we had another mediation, and he said if I paid him $100,000, then he would take his name off. So I'm going to pay him to get off the house, but what I'm trying to understand is how much does he actually get? What is a fair offer? I know
that's up to you and the lawyers. I mean, there's no math formula here. You know, what did he put down with the house when you guys bought it?
Nothing.
So he put down nothing. Did he make half the mortgage payments?
He did make half the mortgage payments for the 2 years he lived there, and he helped pay the taxes for those 2 years.
That's what I would do.
I have offered him. Yeah, I offered to pay. He put in about $24,000, but he wants $100,000. He said, "I will not take anything less."
Yeah, well, I want to be able to dunk a basketball. There's a lot of things I want in life that I'm not going to get.
He doesn't get to decide.
This guy's just a low life. He's an absolute scumbag.
Yeah. So I said I think it's a fair offer that I give you what you put in.
Has the house appreciated?
Yes, it has. I bought it. It was $300,000. Now it's worth about $425,000.
Okay. And after all of your fees, I mean, maybe the lawyers decide, all right, he's going to get part of the appreciation on top of what he put in, but no more than that.
Well,
which is not $100,000.
He's only put in $24,000. I put together a very detailed spreadsheet. I put down the down payment, the earnest. I've paid everything to get into the home.
Is your name on the mortgage solely now?
Yes. He was never on the mortgage.
Okay.
He was only on the deed, but he's holding it over me, and he says, if you're nice to me, I'll take my name off. If you're mean to me, I'm not going to. And it's been this back and
Amber,
forth.
Yeah, that's what I want to dive into for just a moment. The psychology of this.
Yeah.
Other than just closure and what you shared so far, is he being on this deed at this moment causing you any other real grief or problems in life?
Yes,
What?
It is.
How?
Well, because I want to move forward. I'm in a new relationship, and we're planning on getting engaged. And, you know, it's really causing a lot of problems in my new relationship by having this tie to my past.
Oh, okay.
And so
I was going to tell you to wait him out a little bit because I think this guy's just a scumbag, and I think he's trying to bully you. And I think
100%.
I think there's two tactics here. You know, you just go scorched earth and come with all the records and get in front of a judge and let the judge decide. I think that's probably the one. I was gonna suggest maybe you wait him out a little bit, but with this new relationship going on, it's
we need to get him
you
out
need
of
to
here.
Get this guy off and clean it up.
So here's the deal. We can't help. You're going to need to get in touch with your lawyer. Do you have one?
I've talked to 3.
Okay.
And they told me that we could go and send him a demand letter. And I told him I was going to get an attorney. And he said, I hope that you do. And I hope we spend every dollar in equity to pay for these attorneys and you get nothing.
Good. Well, when you win, he's going to have to pay the attorney fees.
Yeah.
That's going to be part of this deal. So what you're going to likely go for is a quiet title action, which will resolve this dispute over the property ownership.
Mm-hmm.
And so that, again, I'm not a lawyer, but I would pursue that action. That's the only way to force him to sign something.
Yeah, because I do have a lot of evidence. I mean, when we went through custody court, he would record conversations that we would have that I did not know. And he would talk about the house and said, when I buy my house and I move out, I will sign my name over. So I have a lot of evidence to show that he's very much said he would take his name off and wanted no money, tried to bribe me into giving him full custody of our son.
Oh, that's great.
It's just been it's been a blackmail.
What are you planning on doing with this current guy? You guys going to live in this house? Let's say that you get this ex off of this thing. What's the plan?
Well, I would like to keep my home. you know,
Okay.
it's got great schools, it's a great house.
Okay.
And so we would like to get him off and then, you know, be able to move forward and make decisions
Yeah.
without having to go to closing with him. And,
No, I get
you know,
it. I was just curious.
yeah.
I was going to go a different
Yeah.
direction if the answer was different, but I'm fine.
yeah, so he has a house and he wants to sell his house and pull the equity out of his, and we want to keep mine, and then, you know, be able to make decisions after that. But yeah, it's just kind of been a headache to be
Yeah.
able to make any decisions with him. So,
Yeah. Of the 3 lawyers, you need to go back and interview them all one more round,
mhm.
and you need to put them under the microscope of what would you do. Tell me what your
Mhm.
next 3 steps are, how much time you
Mhm.
think that's going to take. Tell them about his threat to try to draw this thing out, which, by the way, I think he's full of crap, because if he tries to draw you out, he's going to have to pay legal fees. So I wouldn't be scared by this punk. This guy's a punk.
Yeah.
And I'd keep the meticulous records and all the evidence of
Yeah.
everything he said he's
I
going
do.
to do. Text messages,
do.
emails, phone calls.
Yeah,
This is
I
not
mean,
going to be
even-
fun. I hate you're going through this, but it's part of the messiness, you know, when you get involved with someone you're not married to. And I
Right.
hope you don't repeat that with this next guy. I hope you wait until you're actually married to add him to the mortgage or the deed.
This needs to turn into a PSA right now, George,
Oy,
for
oy,
all
oy.
of the young people that are listening, or middle age. I guess it doesn't matter how old you are, and you're thinking about buying a house, and you think, oh, it doesn't matter to dot the I's and cross the T's. This story, I hate this, that Amber is the poster child for why we say, don't do this stuff.
I would not buy a house to anyone I'm not married to. Family,
No.
friends, boyfriend,
No.
girlfriend. If we are not legally, lawfully wedded, no thank you. It's going to cause chaos down the line and financial and legal mess. And that's the calls we get on this show. So if you need any further proof, there it is.
And if you're a dude out there who thinks that what this guy's doing is okay and you think you want to do this, can I just tell you something? You're a turd. And this guy.
Well
this guy,
said.
This guy needs a
I
visit.
can't say it any better.
Guy needs a visit with me and a wiffle ball bat. Just
Ooh.
smack him around a little bit.
Man, pickleball.
Well, pickleball paddle will do some damage, but not really hurting. This is the Ramsey Show.
Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.